It was narrated from Abu Hurairah that the Messenger of Allah, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, was asked, "Which deed is best?" He said, "Believing in Allah and His Messenger." It was said, "Then which?" He said, "Jihad in Allah's cause." It was said, "Then which?" He said, "An accepted Hajj." Commentary. Because of their keenness to do acts of worship and that which would help them to attain the pleasure of Allah, may He be glorified and exalted, the Sahaba often asked the Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, about the best of deeds, and those which would bring them closest to Allah, may He be exalted. The responses of the Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, and varied according to their character and circumstances, and what would be most beneficial for each of them. In this hadith, Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, stated that when a Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, was asked which deed is best, he said, "Belief in Allah and His Messenger." Believing in Allah, may He be exalted, means believing in and affirming His existence, and that He possesses all attributes of majesty and perfection, far above any shortcomings, and that He is one true, the eternal refuge, unique, the creator of all creation, who does whatever He wills in His dominion and decrees whatever He wills concerning His creation, that He alone is deserving of all kinds of worship, to the exclusion of all others. Believing in His Messenger Muhammad, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, means believing and affirming that he spoke the truth in what he conveyed from Allah, may He be exalted, that it is obligatory to follow him, venerate him and respect him, that he is the final prophet and everyone who hears of him must believe in him and follow his way, and whoever does not believe in him and follow his way is not a believer in any of the prophets and messengers. The reason why faith is the best of all deeds and brings the greatest reward with Allah is that it is a condition of all Islamically prescribed acts of worship, such as prayer, zakah, fasting, and so on, being valid. Then the Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, was asked about the best of deeds after faith, and he replied, "The best of them is jihad in Allah's cause, which means fighting the enemies of Allah among the polytheists and disbelievers who wage war and oppose the call of Islam. Allah has given us permission to fight them, so as to make the word of Allah supreme, and to defend His religion and spread it far and wide, and not for any other purpose. Rather, the only reason why jihad is the best of deeds after believing in Allah and His Messenger is that it involves offering one's life for the sake of Allah, and it may also require offering one's wealth as well." Then the Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, was asked about the next best deed after jihad, and he said, "An accepted Hajj, Hajj Mabrur." This is the Hajj in which all essential parts are done properly and sincerely for the sake of Allah, may He be exalted. This is what is acceptable to Allah, may He be glorified, because it is free of showing off and seeking an enhanced reputation, and is not done using unlawful wealth. The apparent meaning of the hadith suggests that jihad is better than Hajj, but this is to be understood as referring to a supererogatory, nafil Hajj. As for the obligatory Hajj, it is better than jihad. This applies in cases where jihad is a communal obligation, fard kifaya. If jihad has become an individual obligation, fard ayn, then it definitely takes precedence over the obligatory Hajj because it must be done immediately,